Okay, so the next thing I want to go over is social media monitoring. So this is for people who don't have much marketing budget, but they do have some time on their hands, or even better, they have someone on their team who can be dedicated to these kind of activities and pursuits. So basically, what is this talking about? So the principle here behind this is, as I wrote over here, so effective marketing places an offer in front of someone who's already looking for that offer or service, right? So that's the key here. So again, going back to what we said in the introduction, do you know where your ideal clients or ideal prospects hang out online and chat with each other? So that, whether that's Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, different blogs, different forums. So you're basically targeting people in that later half of their buyer journey. So they're already problem aware. They already have some degree of motivation. So you're hitting at them at the ideal time. So another, we mentioned the Blogspot article there, or the blog. I'm not the Blogspot, I'm sorry, HubSpot. So this is another one here. So this is kind of the buyer pyramid. So most of the population, let's say, is 60%. They're not problem aware. They don't really have a problem. So the problem is when you do outbound marketing, most of your efforts is going to be wasted on this group. They don't have a problem, they're not aware of the problem. So you don't want to waste time with them and waste effort, waste money. So that's where the mistakes that we spoke about in the introduction, where it happens. So you want to focus on these prospects in the top of the pyramid. So you have, in any time or in any situation, you have 3% that are buying now, but they don't have any kind of shining neon lights above their heads where you can pinpoint them easily. So you have to kind of intersect or meet them in their position where their situation is right now. So it's either going to be someone looking to buy right now, or someone who's still kind of very hot or warm, and they're just gathering information in terms of what solutions are out there, or someone who's problem aware and they're, for example, asking for recommendations. So people, what they usually do is either they go to like Google or YouTube and they search for their problem or the solution to their problem, or they go on social media, as we said, and they kind of they ask for recommendations, or they ask like questions in these Facebook groups and so on. So the idea here is that you're monitoring across all these different major platforms on social media and blogs and so forth. You're monitoring what people say. You are inputting in a list of trigger words that you know that people talk about, which you've done from your market research. And once you get notified, so instead of just spending all day, you're not going to be spending all day in front of a computer. That's not what we're talking about here. As soon as I'm going to introduce you to an app here. What this does is it monitors social media for you based on these keywords or phrases that you provide to it. That so if you're a solar contractor, then you're going to put what do you recommend, what business you recommend for installing solar panels in XYZ city, or what's the best solar company out there in this location, or what countertop do you recommend, which type do you recommend, what type of roof do you recommend, those kind of things, where you know what questions that your ideal client is asking, and you're going to be basically targeting them when they're in this location in their buyer journey. Hopefully that makes sense. So what is this? So again, as I mentioned, aside from searching directly in Google, YouTube, and that is, by the way, the best traffic, Google traffic, because you have direct high intents. But as well, on the other side, your potential clients are chatting in social media, looking for recommendations and looking for services, or asking for help solving their problems, asking for help solving problems that your service solves. So they might not be aware of your service. You have to know that, okay, what problems does your service solve? So look for people talking about those problems. then come in and respond to them, offer value, message them, and so this is the app that we're talking about here is called Awario, Awario. I'm not affiliated in any way with them, in case you're wondering. It's both for desktop and mobile. So it gives you basically an immediate notification, or you can make it so that it provides like a summary notification at the end of the day. And it actually gives you the link of where that client, if they post it on Facebook, it gives you that direct Facebook link. So all you have to do is go to that post and interact with that potential prospect. So this is where it automates the monitoring of multiple social media and web channels. So again, you don't have to stay in front of the computer, hop around from different platform to platform. You immediately get notified when someone types certain keywords or phrases across those channels. So you have to come up with a list of these keywords and phrases there. Obviously, whenever so you're going to be going into Facebook and interacting with them. So you yourself or your business page has to be optimized. You have to have an optimized profile on those channels. Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, LinkedIn, what have you. So you reach out to that person who made that recent post, and hopefully you're the first one, and then you offer some kind of value. So don't immediately jump into your sales pitch. Obviously, that's going to leave that's kind of abrasive there, but just offer value. You can say, for example, did you ever find a detailed answer to that question yet? That can be like a good way to introduce the conversation. And it's again, Awario. It's very inexpensive. There's a link there. Again, I'm providing these sites for you so you can research this on your own time. You should expect about a 20 to 25% response rate, or better yet, if you really are able to craft your message copy in a way that strikes a lot of those emotional triggers that you've identified. Again, your first order of business is to just sit down and do research, do market research on who your ideal client is. Get to, create a profile that's very detailed on them. That's really where all of this starts. And the key thing again here is speed. So like you're on your phone, you get a ping or a notification that, okay, someone on social media posted this type of a question. Now, one thing here to note is that people, where this came from, is that businesses in general were using this to monitor what people were saying about their business. So they would actually use their brand names. So they would say if anyone on Facebook or Twitter is talking about their business specifically, their business brand or company name, then they can go in and they can monitor that, and they can see are they talking negatively or talking positively about that. So that's where it comes from. So just that was adjusted into also using this technique, Awario app. So it's a very good technique for lead generation, inbound lead generation there. It's also great for research itself. So basically what you do is your key service niche, whether that's roofing or solar or HVAC or so on, see what people are saying and get valuable data and trends. So you can also do your market research using that. So see what people are saying about roofing, what are they looking for in roofing, or whether they've already had a roofing service and what they're talking about. So it's both the key for doing research and the key for lead generation. And as I said before, it's best to have someone on your team dedicated to this. And again, obviously, instead of doing kind of brute force outbound marketing like knocking on doors and just, fighting an uphill battle with these cold audiences that you don't need to waste your time on. So this is their website, Awario. You can go into the features and pricing. They have like little training videos here to get you up to speed so you know what you're doing. It's a very good app. I highly recommend it. And this is one of the ways to get effective marketing done for you.